Hello and welcome to episode number 34 of Hotspurs, and today we're at home to Norwich. Hello and welcome to another episode of Hotspurs, and yes, today I'll be talking about the Norwich game. If you are new, please remember to like on this video and comment what you thought of the game below and hit that subscribe button. The lineup comes out while I'm eating my chips and I see that Hugo Bossman Lloris is back captaining the side and back in the Tottenham Hotspur goal. We had Serge and Sessegnon in that full-back position, Jan and Toby in the middle. We also got to see Winks again in that DM position. Like I say, I don't think he's good enough to play there, but I like him as a midfielder, so I was optimistic to see how it would go. We also had that Argentine duo again of Lo Celso and Lamela, who I think worked really well together, and then obviously we had Son, Dele and Lucas up top. Game kicks off and for once we actually seem awake again, which is good because that's a consistent factor at the moment and I'm quite liking that. I hate it when we start asleep. This was reinforced by the fact early on a ball is whipped in by Serge, is met by Lamela on the volley, but unfortunately it goes towards goal and Krul manages to save it and get it out of his box. It was hit with some force, just wasn't really directed very well. Although we were having a lot of possession of the ball early on, which found a good early chance. Pukki and Cantwell were 1-2 on the edge of the box. Cantwell manages to swivel with the ball and put Pukki in, but Pukki shoots it wide. I think it just reiterates the fact that although we have so much possession, we can't switch off, because the moment we switch off in defence, the moment that we get hit hard and we concede. But we managed to deal with that quite well. It's weird, we seem to give teams like Norwich and other teams too much time on the ball. There was a chance from Cantwell, had a shot from outside the box. It was going goalwards, it did ping out, but things like that we're not closing down quick enough, and I think that might be because of our setup. Like I said, I don't think Harry Winks is suited for a DM role, and there was lots of times when players had too much space and time. Talking about our midfield, however, we're going to shine on positives. Lo Celso was definitely running the show last night. Take a look at this. This is just one instance. He gets tackled about 3 times. I don't even think they're clean challenges either. And he still manages to get the ball. There's many instances as well where we lose the ball and he's the first one there to get the ball back. For the first time, I'm actually seeing him growing in confidence. I think it's actually been because he's actually getting consistent games, which is what I said at the start of the season. There's no point giving him 5 minutes here and there because he won't be able to adapt into the Premier League. But now, he's shown that he can boss it. He's the one player at the moment that I think has got enough confidence to run at players, run at the opposition, drive towards goal, but then not only trying to get a shot off himself, he's also finding that killer pass in behind. There was plenty of opportunities last night when he fed the ball through to Serge and then Serge put a cross in. And he did that all over the park, and I must also admit his defensive work rate as well. If we lost the ball, he was the first or second man to get there to try and win it back, and he did that on several occasions. There was one instance, I think it was in the second half, he managed to save our bacon and stop Norwich from scoring a goal by sliding in and getting that ball out of play. So for me, Lo Celso last night was probably our man of the match. His hard work was rewarded in the 38th minute when Dele Alli did this. It was a brilliant work goal, to be fair. We were finding passes here and there. We worked the ball up towards when Sonny passed the ball to Serge. Serge whips the ball in across the face of the goal. Dele taps it home. It's 1-0 Tottenham, and we finally scored our first Premier League goal in 2020. I would say it was worth the wait, but it's been a long time coming. We go into the break at 1-0, and I must say that first half was a very good performance. It could have been better, like I said. We weren't very good at closing the ball down at times and allowing Norwich to play a pass that was quite good in behind or having a shot. But we kept them at bay. I'll take 1-0 at half time. Now early on in the second half, this happens. Now, I was annoyed for 2 things, okay? This challenge, right? I cannot see, apart from the fact that Son hit Rudiger's ribs, any different in between that red card on Son and this not being a red card. He slides, and then at the end, his leg kicks out at Lamela. Now, in Sonny's red card, I'm not disagreeing that it's not a red card because Son's was a red card. Sonny slides, but then kicks out at Rudiger. Now, how are they 2 different? Both incidents, the player has kicked out after the ball has gone. so both should be a red card. But no. So that's the one thing I was really annoyed at. The second thing is we're all sat there taking 3 minutes for VAR to decide whether it's a red card or not. Like, VAR for me is ruining the atmosphere at football. Okay, yes, it's got to be done, but it shouldn't be taking 3 minutes. Come on. And the fact that we get to see on the board's VAR decision, blah, blah, blah. Why can't we watch the replay ourselves? At least give us something to watch. Like, I just hope in the new season VAR sorts its shit out, basically. And after that, Norwich started to look a bit more dangerous. But tonight, Serge Aurier was making sure nothing was getting down his side. Now, you know me, I hate Serge, he drives me nuts. But tonight I'm going to praise him because he was probably up there with Lo Celso with one of the best performances. He was making sure he was intercepting things, he wasn't going in like a bull in a china shop, which was fabulous. He was actually winning tackles, playing the ball, and his crosses were okay. At times I thought his crosses could be a little bit better, but we scored from one of his crosses, so I can't moan too much. Now, I've said it before, the fact I don't really like Winksy playing in that DM role, but my heart goes out to him when I saw him limping off. Also had a little cry when I saw Eric Dyer coming on to play at DM. Wasn't happy about that either, but there we go. Like I said, for me to be happy, we need another DM to complement our midfield now. That will hopefully be when Ndombele sorted out his glass leg and we've wrapped him up in bubble wrap and he's 100% fit. I can't wait to see that Ndombele and the Celso partnership going on with hopefully a new DM. I'm not holding my breath though because we haven't signed a striker yet. Lamela also comes off, and to be honest, he hasn't had the greatest of games tonight. He did give the ball away quite a bit, but I was a bit miffed to see Ericsson come on. Ericsson comes on and he does play a few good nice passes here and there. He also plays a lot of bad ones. I just want him gone, to be honest. I want him to move on, us to move on, and then we can carry on moving forward. Now tonight, I really thought Sessegnon was having a really tough game. At times, he looked bright, and I did start to see him like he used to play at Fulham, taking on players, but he was really struggling tonight, and that was shown when he gave away a penalty. Now for me, it was quite a soft penalty, but he does clip him, there is contact, the player goes down, it's a penalty. Pukki steps up, he takes the pen, Lloris gets a hand to it, but Pukki strikes it with some force, and it goes in the bottom corner, and it's 1-1. Finally, we get to see Gedson come on after Say takes off Jan Vertonghen and puts him on, meaning that Eric Dyer goes into centre-back role. And to be honest, I thought Eric Dyer played better in that centre-back role. He didn't have too much to do tonight, actually, in all fairness, but he won all his aerial battles, so I'll give him that. When Gedson came on, he did look very lively once again, and I can't wait to see how he progresses at Tottenham. He is very young still, but like I said, we gave Lo Celso some more game time, some consistent game time, and now look at him. He's probably one of our best, liveliest players on the pitch. So only time will tell with Gedson. I was pulling my hair out a bit, to be honest. I was like, we cannot draw or lose with bottom of the league, Norwich. But my prayers were answered. In the 80th minute, Sonny manages to do this. Lo Celso plays a lovely ball in behind the Norwich defence, where it's met by Dele Alli, who strikes the ball. It unfortunately comes off a Norwich defender's leg, which means the ball loops to the back post, where it is met by the head of Heung-min Son. Now I must admit, Sonny at the moment isn't really doing it for me. I don't know what's going on with him. I think there's too much pressure on him to score goals. He tends to hang on to the ball for too long, but right then in that moment he comes up clutch, and it goes in the back of the net. It is 2-1 Tottenham Hotspur. Then due to Harry Winks going down early on in the second half, there is 6 minutes added on. And in this 6 minutes, we probably look the liveliest we've looked all game. We're actually going forward. Lucas manages to pick the ball high up the pitch. He 1-2s it with Sonny. He 1-2s it again, but then Sonny has a heavy touch towards the end and the chance goes away. But it shows that we can actually push forward, so why can't we do that throughout the whole game? Anyway, 3 points at home, midweek game, finally scoring 2 goals, not just 1, 2 goals in the Premier League in 2020. I would say it's been worth the wait. It hasn't, it's been far too long. But I'll take the 3 points. Now we move to Saturday. Not lose to Saints for obvious reasons, because I don't want this happening again. A trophy this season is a must. So if we manage to go and beat Saints that are flying at the moment, that would be great. But thanks again for watching. I'll see you Sunday when episode 35 comes out. See you later. And remember, Come on, you Spurs.